Alright, well, greetings and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I'm going to start the series again. Alive Ghost Patrol Season 2, Episode 1. Now, as you can see here, I chose Airship Hirohito on purpose because, of course, in the Ghost Patrol series, you might have seen that I used the Lockheed EC-121 Warning Star a lot in my Ghost Patrol series. Now, of course, in the Ghost Patrol series, before I begin, speaking of which, this is in tribute to, of course, all the Ghost Patrol series on my gaming channel are in tribute to a person in real life who I know who died. We're actually there in tribute to people and or pets in real life who had died. Like, this Ghost Patrol series is in tribute to Edward Villa, a friend of mine, and of course, a friend I prefer to call Brendan and his mom Susan. Right now, before I begin this story, please have a moment of silence to remember Edward Villa. Alright, that's enough. The crew on board, of course, is imaginary, and they're ready to go. Alright, Airship Hirohito, which should be, of course, Juliet Alpha. Actually, it's more like Juliet Alpha 8133. This should be registered as. And, of course, since it's wearing a German registration, it should wear a Japanese registration. Now, of course, Airship Hirohito here and everyone else, they're going to be tracing the steps that Eddy and Brendan walked. Because they're oftentimes called Edward Eddy, they're going to fly over the spots where, of course, Eddy and Brendan had walked to make sure that everyone's okay. Now, of course, the Japanese crew is going to go to Colorado, of course, to make sure that everyone's okay, because Brendan and Eddy, they set foot into Colorado quite a bit. They really did. Now, of course, that's the reason why I chose the Japanese to go to Colorado is because, I appreciate their tenacity and whatever else, to, of course, get Eddy's ghost under control, things like that, because I love Colorado and I want to be sure to enjoy it again. And I don't need Eddy haunting me up there. And Eddy, if you have a friendly visit, that's one thing, but you can't haunt other people. Which also raises the question, speaking of the crew that's inside here, Eddy, what do you want? You can't haunt. That's unethical. Okay, let's go to the weight and balance page, and I wouldn't call this hydrogen per se. I'm going to call it Vyond Logic something. Help me come up with a name. You don't need a cart. Speaking of which, in the dining area, I'm going to go ahead and subtract all this, slash it in half, or under it, because, due to rigor, I anticipate that most of you are going to throw up. Most of you are going to vomit due to rigor, things like that, and of course if this airship crashes, I'd like the vomit as much as possible to be in liquid form. I know it's gross and all, but this is, of course, a very high-profile mission. While I'm at it, ghosts are demons. That's the reason why I carry this flight out today. Now, of course, Mike Saul from Mike Saul's Gaming, I'm not trying to convert you to what I believe in. It's not my job to convert. Okay. And before I begin this flight, it's up to you only if you want to believe this or not. Let me give you the gospel in the words of Lisa Boyce. It's in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verses 1 through 4. Christ shed his blood for all of your sins, past, present, and future, was buried, and resurrected again on the third day, according to Scripture. We're saved by grace through faith in Christ alone, not of ourselves, not of works, lest any man should boast. And you can argue with me till the cows come home. You can argue with me until the sortie is over. I'm not going to do anything to you. In fact, it's not my job to do anything to you. The job is yours and yours only to believe. In this dispensation of grace, all you really got to do is believe. In fact, every crew member on board believes that gospel. And every crew member on board watches Lisa Boyce's teachings. And of course, Watchwoman 65, you know, since of course she's my new ritual to watch for the time being I record this video, for as long as YouTube will allow her to stay, you know. I'm using something here that was meant for evil to be turned into good. And it's this airship here. And now, of course, everybody's on board. The crew better be grateful for what they got because, you know, we're out demon hunting, in other words. Also today, I intend to fly over UNM to show and tell people like Professor Raddisson that God's not dead. In fact, you know, Professor Raddisson from God's Not Dead, as you probably know, he's not even a real atheist anyway. He's only pretending, you know. And of course, ever since I saw God's Not Dead, I turned to Japan, you know. In fact, of all the things that were used for evil to be converted into something good, I actually have the largest fleet of zeros in my fictional world. We're also going to watch over the zeros to make sure that they're okay. The zero crew. Okay, using Vyond Logic, everybody's aboard. Are you carrying something I like? Hold on to it till I get back. In remembrance of me. Okay. Okay, anyway.
Getting started, please. Please give me a general report.
We want green thumbs up.
Nothing to report. Everything
just like on this page. Just like this page.
Everything is in order.
It usually is. So just like on this page, let's have the green thumbs up.
All is okay.
Okay, spoiler alert. Somebody just had some miso or something to eat.
Everything is in order. No problem, sir.
The same goes for this side. They had some miso. We're almost. We had some miso before this mission began. Slash everything in half. I'm not going to take this all the way up to Taos because I honestly find that exhausting. It was so light today. I'm slashing everything in half.
Warning. We are tilting dangerously downward.
I'll get ready to go. Fine. Everybody's up there.
Release mooring.
We are tilting dangerously downward.
Copy. Copy.
Hold up.
Just walk away. If you don't want to hear something, walk away. That's what I just did. You still gonna warn me that we're tilting dangerously downward? Okay. Also, please bear in mind that I'm Michael Saul from the time I record this video.
We are tilting dangerously downward.
I'm not a licensed minister. I just, you know, follow Lisa Boyce's teachings.
Warning. We are tilting dangerously downward.
Come on, will you? Let's water the plants with this thing. If you're going to keep telling me that we're tilting dangerously downward, I did that on purpose so we can water the plants. Alright, while we're at it, in this general direction here where I'm pointing, what's too bright? Eddy lived in that general direction. Edward lived in that general direction where my cursor is. Or is it? Right here. Like way out here. It's blocked. He lived like somewhere out there. Way, way far out there. Okay, at this point I'm ready to go. I have multiple throttles on this thing as of today, so... Okay, we're ready. And before I go, around here lay UNM Hospital. That's where my cursor is. Alright. Okay, so we're up, and we're still motionless. But before we go, I wish to point out my birthplace if at all possible. It's worth a shot. Aha! Right here. I'll say it again. Aha! Right here, where my cursor is. That's my birthplace. Okay, at this point, let's go to engines idle. I say again, at this point, let's go to engines idle. Alright, I say at this point, let's go to engines idle. Okay. Yeah, Airship Hirohito. Here we go. Let's do it. At this point, I'm going to order the crew to... I'm going to warm it up. Shouldn't be up here this long. You know, while I'm at it, actually, if this is alright, let's cover the heights today. Because that's the area where I heard about Eddy passing. And all I'm going to say while this thing's warming up is, I was in this general direction where my cursor was, or that you see, when I received the call that Eddy had died. What's going on? Let me check on everybody, okay? Hey, you guys alright? I knew that was abrupt. How about you? Waiters, waitress, chefs, are you alright? I knew that was abrupt. The takeoff, that is. I really did know for a fact that was abrupt. Okay, I take that as a yes. How about the lounge end? Ask again, how about the lounge end? Anyone in the lounge? Anybody? You guys alright? The reason I ask is because I know that was abrupt. The takeoff, that was. Okay, so now let's get this thing going. Move it to slow. The engines had to have started by now. Do it.
Haul up the moorings.
Roger. Roger.
Roger.
Haul up the moorings.
Here they come.
Roger.
Roger.
Let's work in my area today, to begin with. Half forward. Okay, while we're waiting for this thing to turn, let's look at Albuquerque. Okay, wow, we've taken off. Make sure that everybody is okay. Rear crew, are you alright? The reason I ask is because I need to do this, okay? I need to fly the ship. Now, technically, since I'm in a seated position, you know, from the time I recorded this video, technically, since I'm right about here, I can make it look that I'm standing. I put the megaphone away. There we go. Let me fly past UNMH, if at all possible. Hospital. That is. Let's not go full speed. And while we're at it, you know, I hope to see our missionary friend from UNM. Or one of our missionary friends, you know, who attends our Bible study at UNM. As I'm flying over, I'm going to supply him with whatever he needs as well. Now bear in mind that I, from Michael Saul's Gaming, I'm Michael Saul from Michael Saul's Gaming, or I'm Mike Saul from Michael Saul's Gaming, am not religious, I just believe. Whatever Lisa Boyce teaches me, I just believe. Some bump. Eddy, is that you? Pranking us? Okay. It's just the evil part we're after. It's not you who we're after, it's the sin. Okay? Although UNM Hospital is a no-fly zone, I'm going to fly over it anyway. Very majestic. I'm flying. Let me look for spots to where Eddy and Brendan were hanging out. First of all, Eddy, of course, is Brendan's friend. Where Brendan lived at the time when Eddy died. Double Eagle 2 Airport, much far north. Somewhere around here. I'm not sure. Around here is the Bio Park, but I can't fly over it today. I got a ship in my hands. And if I was to at all, that's why we have a crew. Alright. Gas cell 12 could be in the red zone. For I live in a desert, and the last thing I want to do here is waste water. Now, of course, I know that I have crappy quality things for the time being, and I live in New Mexico. Well, I'm grateful to live here. Here refers to New Mexico. Oh, look. We're coming up on it. My birthplace. I spotted my birthplace. I spotted my birthplace right out the window. But we need to steer away. For it is a no-fly zone. Alright, at this point, I'm going to pretend. Pick up the megaphone. All crew prepare to drop the gospel. Same one I gave. I don't open windows here, so I'm going to pretend they do. All crew open windows. So what if you miss? They need to hear it too. Is there anybody like Professor Raddisson down there? I think so. When I call Tenno Hecta Banzai, do it! Let's get over the field. Let's get over the field first. Alright, do it. Tenno Heika Banzai! Tenno Heika Banzai! Tenno Heika Banzai! Also, when we get over UNM Hospital, same thing. Here's UNM Hospital. Here's my birthplace right below where my cursor is. Now I'm moving slow on purpose because landing is hard. You all know that, right? Also, at UNM Hospital here, as of 20 Feb 2010, I had a stupid incident with a security guard there. Like, Brendan had to go to the latrine, the building was so tempting, I wanted to check it out, just like Kelly Malcolm did in the Lost World Jurassic Park, when she chose to check out the research trailer. But then 5 years later, as penance, I did Project Search there. There refers to UNM Hospital. And of course, I had better relationships with security there at that time. But the one that gave me and Brendan trouble there, he's not been seen since. Because later on, his mother, Susan, of course, would report the guard. Well, that's because he gave me tunnel vision, to name one matter. That's why. Airship Hirohito is flying over UNM Hospital. Really? Are we really moving at 2 knots? Just FYI, we are not going to the Balloon Fiesta Park. I've decided that way long before I chose to record this video because... Here's why. Here's why I chose not to go to Balloon Fiesta Park. It's too small for an airship. See where my cursor is? That's Presbyterian Hospital. Here's the Cancer Center. And somewhere nestled here lay the Heart Hospital, Loveless Medical Center, Embassy Suites, My Old Neighborhood. Right below is My Old Neighborhood. All of Albuquerque. Interstate 40. Okay. Actually, let's steer this thing to the heights. Let's go to my neck of the woods in this thing. Landing this thing is like really hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I'm not ready to start down yet. Alright, at this point I've been meaning to say, all personnel get to work. Unless you have already. As for those who didn't get to work, please get to work right now. Let me call it. Ah, the megaphone's still up. All personnel get to work. Please, thank you. All personnel who haven't already, please get to work. Thank you. Because earlier, I briefed the crew to get to work right when the airship broke ground. We're actually even as early as some of the pre-flighting phase to get to work. You see, while I'm at it, the reason for these Ghost Patrol videos is because, you know, ghosts are demons. And you know how that goes down in real life, especially to and for those who had encounters. I just want you to know that to and for those who knew Edward Villa in real life, although I didn't know him or hang out with him all that much, it is such a tragic thing. What happened to him was such a tragedy. When Brendan called me to inform me of the death, that was such a terrible tragedy. It really was. And I knew what this meant. There was going to be ghosts in a lot of places. Alright, note the water that I have on board is holy water. So I thought to bless the Duke while I'm at it too. Ah, what's right below us? Arroyo del Oso golf course, I guess? Del Norte High School, I guess? <sighs> 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 . <sighs> <sighs> . <sighs> . <sighs> . . <sighs> . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . let's water the grass at Del Norte along the way. Because even though my best friend from high school named Brendan attended this school, they deserve to have water on their grass. You deserve it. The copter's right below us, so let's not get him wet. I'm likely going to set this plane down at November Mike 59 or Price's Dairy. I need a plan. And to and for the owners of Price's Dairy, I beg forgiveness for what I did because I needed a plan to fly this thing today. What's that? Right below me. I know it's a school, but what's its name? Right around here is where I get my health care. And the reason why I'm flying this way to go to my clinic is because I spake of Edward Villa. I said that on purpose. I spoke of Edward Villa every time I was over there so far, because unfortunately in the summer of 2023 I had a pulmonary embolism, likely caused by vaccines. And the reason why I took the vaccines is because I wanted to be allowed to play this game, if any rules applied at all. And by the way, right where my cursor is, that's the church who I fly this airship for. And of course, that's whose name I fly this airship in. Whatever you teach at that church, that's exactly whose name I fly it in. I wonder if my primary care providers, past, former, and present, are in the building, and I wonder if they're okay. I wonder if they're okay. I really do wonder if they're okay, because I spoke of Edward Villa there, and I just hope that Edward Villa is not haunting them at all, or anything like that. And again, right in this general direction, Hoffmantown Church, I fly this aircraft, you know, for that church. Just like Lisa Boy said in a previous video from time of recording, something that was meant for evil, you can turn it into something good. Like this airship here. I'm not going to land this at Hoffmantown Church though, because what you're looking at here is something that's 3 747s long. Aha! Here we are. Let me give you some holy water. Of all the times we spake of Edward, let me give you some holy water. You too, Albuquerque Academy. I'm going to give you some holy water as penance for what I did to you a while back. I'm giving you holy water as penance. Although penance is not required, I'm going to give you some penance. This is what I call penance, as you can see here. Of all the things I said I did to you a while back, I repent of it. It's called penance, as you can see. Okay, Hoffmantown. Oh, you too, Hoffmantown Church. You can have some water on your mission field. Please have some water. Because I was still attending when when Eddy had died. Position. Here's some holy water for you. And Hoffmantown, look what I got here. Something I always spake of when I was a child. Here, have some water. Yes. Yes. Okay. Church has been blessed with water. Now, I can't go to Glenwood Hills with this thing because this thing's massive. And, of course, I've been on here quite a while, so I'm going to go ahead and start making my way to Price's Dairy. As of right now. Come on. Let's go to Price's Dairy. And to the crew of Price's Dairy, I beg your forgiveness, because where else am I going to land the ship? It's fictional, and of course, I don't mean to hurt anyone with it, no. Okay. Request landing for Price's Dairy. Okay. Which one is Price's Dairy? Oh, you know. Oh. Wait, what's that? I'm sorry I can't go to Coronado Airport right now. There's airplanes occupied with it, and what I have here, this is 3 Boeing 747s huge. Ah, Dennis Chavez Elementary School, where I went for preschool. I could fly over this. And just to the north, Heights First Church of the Nazarene. This is where I'm going to go tonight from time of recording for Civil Air Patrol. Because that's where I was trained out of. Sure, the scenery looks crappy because, you know, I, for the time being, do have a gaming PC. It's just that that's all I could afford, at least for now. Actually, I still can't afford it, but, you know, my mother, of course, she's making payments on it. And I have to contribute some funding, that is, towards it. I gotta make Dennis Chavez. Or not. Right below Hoffmantown Church. Alright, right below me is Hoffmantown Church. I don't think I should be getting the megaphone all that much. So at this point, I'm going to pretend I have the megaphone in my hand. All crew members, all personnel prepare for landing at this point. Thank you. gonna say it again. All personnel prepare for landing at this point. Thank you. Because you need to plan ahead with this thing, to name one matter. How far are we now? 4 miles away. But where is it? Okay, we're SOL. I need to reduce the power now. There's La Cueva High School, where unfortunately I had to have my 8th grade graduation hall. Because back in Eisenhower, there was like some wind, and of course, you know, it was blowing students' ties away. And unfortunately, some of these suits that the students were wearing before they went to El Dorado were rentals. Okay. Let's go ahead and prepare for landing.
Prepare for landing.
Roger, all crew to landing station.
Ready to land.
Ready
Ready
to
to land. Good to know. Good to know. Sandia Casino, Coronado Airport, and out the window is actually the Balloon Fiesta Park. Window makes it so hard. And look, what I have here is the size of 3 Boeing 747s, and it's not going to make the field because, as you can see here, with all these tents, you're talking about something here that's 3 747s long. And something as big as Titanic, but 80 feet shorter. That field's just not going to cut it for this airship. Let's go to half speed just to get there. A little bit. I don't think we'll make it to November Mike 59er. I won't. I don't think anyway. Maybe I will. This thing needs to land at an airport, okay? That's why we're going there. What is out the window? That doesn't look like airport property to me. That doesn't look like airport property. Looks can be deceiving. Down below lay Interstate 25. Pueblo of something. Oh, Sandia Pueblo. Oh yeah, that's Sandia Pueblo. Off to my right, and look this way. What's here? November Mike 59er better be where my cursor is. If it's not, I'll be really mad. Because this thing's hard to fly. It's well worth it to fly. It's worth it to fly. It is. It's worth a shot. Fly this thing. It's a good thing to fly this thing. In this area too, we get to work. The reason why we get to work in this area too, where there's ghosts, is because not far from the Balloon Fiesta Park lay the Alameda Mortuary. For Daniel's family. Although Eddie was, his ashes were picked up at the Carlisle location for Daniel's family funeral services. Location doesn't really matter. These things are going to haunt no matter what. Ah, Corrales we're flying over. From what it looks like. Corrales. Here's things I can tell you about Corrales at the moment. I've been there. It's beautiful. It's nice. My pet geese moved there. Because, I had pet geese, and they were murdering the ducks that I had. They met all 5 strikes. They had to go. For all you know, they could have met 15 strikes. The geese. They really had to go. I've been goose-free now for 4 years from time of recording. It feels so great. If I were to have them again, I'd rather have them the Jurassic Park way, and or start them off as goslings. If I were to have geese at all. And while we're in the landing process, a lot of topics here, but when I asked you to drop 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 1 through 4 from the airship, nothing's explosive, just leaflets. That's all. Oh, we're in the village of Corrales right now. We're at half speed. This is cool. Again, this is Balloon Fiesta Park, like I say in most of my videos. Alright, this is Balloon Fiesta Park, as you can see here. And right around here lay the Alameda Mortuary. Ghosts are present in the area. I suppose in another season of the Alive Ghost Patrol, we'll have airships be used too. Now, I chose the airship on purpose because airplanes move rather erratically, as slow as it seems in the airplane. So airships actually, serve as somebody to do the same thing that the airplanes are doing. And, of course, as a command post. Like, for example, let's pretend that a crew member has a panic attack because they saw a ghost or something. Right up here somewhere, we could, of course, see if I can ask care and escort the person who's having this so-called panic attack. This could all be very possible. Like I said before, ghosts are demons. That's why we're doing this. And a demon's really not supposed to be something it's not supposed to be fooled with, you know? Whoa. We're tilting. Crosswind. Y'all better hold on. I'm going to nurse this thing towards the Priceless Dairy Airport. I'm going to pick up the megaphone. All personnel, hold on. Let's do this.
Prepare for landing.
Roger. All crew to landing station.
Ready to land.
Ready to land.
Alright. November Mike 59 ought to be around here somewhere. This really shouldn't have taken this long to fly today. Oh well, airships are slow, but I love them. Best reason to my defense is that airships, they make a good command post. On my end, they do. They make a good command post, like, if something happens, you know, we could, of course, try and console the teammate about something. Now, I say this stuff because I've been in Civil Air Patrol for 13 years, almost 14. I'm familiar with, like, critical incident, whatever you want to call them. And of course, this thing serves as a flying incident command post, to name one matter. I think we're almost there. Though we may not make the field, I'm going to say this. This is something as big as 3 Boeing 747s. I think I got a crosswind here. Since I wanted to blow the wind from the south when I adjusted my weather earlier. We're now over Rio Rancho. Over Rio Rancho here. Better get down soon. There is actually a known place where Eddy and Brendan were hanging out. We're not far from Price's Dairy. That has to be it. Gotta be it. Gotta be it. And even if it isn't, I don't care what's gonna happen. I'm gonna set it down. I'm gonna set this thing down. I don't really care what happens. I'm gonna set it down. We're in Rio Rancho. I've got to get to Price's Dairy. Just told me we're in Rio Rancho. So. We have a crosswind. That's what the tilt's about. Better hold on. We're almost there, so I'm gonna keep going slow. My word, this is the slowest thing I've ever flown, ever. Playing Flight Simulator. At least one of them, anyway. God, help me come up with chapters, please. Whenever possible, really. Alright. I think that's UNM Hospital Sandoval Medical Center. Or out the window, or maybe that one. It's UNM Hospital. One of the locations here. It has to be a UNM Hospital. I never found Price's Dairy using this airship. I don't think I'll ever find it. No. I'm so lost. Okay. We're level again. Good to know we're level again. Where's November Mike 59er? Alright, there's the Coronado Airport here. That's where I, of course, preferred to go. But this thing's so huge, it's not going to make it. Okay. Well, here's some UNM Hospital, I guess. There's a helipad there. Let's hope that it doesn't cause any damage or anything to the airship, or knock the helicopter out of the sky. Let's hope that doesn't happen. There's one. I wonder if it's bringing a patient in. There's one helicopter there. They're bringing in a patient. Maybe, maybe not. Of course. Here we are. November Mike 59er. What's that right down there? What's that right down there? What is that place? Of course, I know. Some medical facility. I can't seem to locate. Where's November Mike 59er? November Mike 59er, where are you? We gotta be within airport range by now. At this point. I wonder what's our real location. Go outside and investigate. Is that it? Out there? It's gotta be it. I hope I just don't get thrown off. time the ship to go half speed. Let me see what some of the features are here. Nautical mile, this is not good. Wait, what's that? There's Price's Dairy. There's planes right below. That's all I know. We're not gonna make the field, I don't think. I don't think we're gonna make the field. Right below us. We have Price's Dairy. Let's not obstruct the planes, okay? Well, I hope this is my first successful airship landing. Alright, so it's half full. Record up to. I think this general direction I'll land in. Alas, We're almost here. I think the best I can really offer is the general area of Price's Dairy. I apologize if we're landing on your field without invitation. It's just I needed a place to go to land this ship. I couldn't find anywhere else, really. I couldn't really come up with anywhere else. Hard to introduce one more thing at this point. I've got to get on the field. Power lines for sure. Gotta look out for those. I really do in fact have a wish come true. From time of recording. Fly airships. There it is. When I come back around, I'll be sure of it. Let you all know to get ready for landing. There it is. Let me lighten this thing. Well, this thing does take a while to turn. We gotta get to Price's Dairy somehow. How's it going out there? I don't think it's going. But I gotta live out a dream I had since I was a child. I don't have long till I'm 30. From the time I recorded this video. I don't even have a year till I'm 30. I only have like a month or something. Let me land it. This airship, of course. Landing's the hardest thing you could possibly do. It really is. Where's Price's Dairy Airfield? I think the best thing I can say is just land in the general direction of the field. I don't even care. I'm just going to set it down anywhere, really. Before this thing goes backwards, you better hurry. Hold on tight. This is going to be rough. You land in this general area. We just need to land behind Price's Dairy. Best thing I can say. Let's slow the airship to a stop first. In the air. Best I can offer is the area. Alright, that really is the best I can offer. The area of Price's Dairy. No. Slow. Half. Half forward. All the way forward. is hard to fly. This is the longest video I've ever made. Playing Flight Simulator 2020 again. Yeah, longest video I've ever made. Well, since Price's Dairy is private, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring the airship to stop. What disconnected? At least the crash settings are off. Should anything happen? Yeah. So 7 degrees, 33 degrees, 34. 36. There are the planes right down there. Price's Dairy. This may be it. Whatever you do, hold on. Or should anything happen, I'll put it in the riverbed. Yeah, referring to the airship, that is. Or if I stop, I'll put it in the riverbed. We had a lot of ghost patrolling to do, I'll say. I'm still struggling to land. That's the thing. This landing is actually going to be rough. You better hold on. Oh my god. Stop, 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 stop. Even if I have to land over by whatever's out there. Let me see if I can get you to think of doing something cool with y'all's lives. I ordered the engines to stop. I should not have done that. It's very slow. And then slow. Slow. This is one of the most epic struggles to land I've ever had. Ever since I had an airplane. And the simulator, of course. This is, of course, Airship Hirohito I have in my hands. Not any of your all's typical planes. Y'all better hold on. This is going to be rough. I just wish to get on the ground at this point. That's all I wish to do. I may just have to bail this thing. I'm not sure. Well, you see, while we're at it, there's still some ghost patrolling to do. As you might have seen in a timestamp. We'll know upon landing what really happened in this area. There we are.
Warning, we are tilting dangerously upwards.
What disconnected?
Warning, we are tilting dangerously upwards.
There's wind from the south that's causing this issue.
Warning, we are tilting dangerously upwards.
Yes, I got that. But then again, walk away. Yeah, just walk away. Actually, yeah, let's land outside the hospital. Just give up at this point. Just give up. Hold on. Y'all better be holding on, or this ride's rough.
Warning, we are tilting dangerously upwards.
All that.
Warning, we are tilting dangerously upwards.
Not anymore.
Warning, we are tilting dangerously upwards. Warning, we are tilting dangerously upwards. Warning, we are tilting dangerously upwards. Warning, we are tilting dangerously upwards.
Y'all better hold on, wherever we're landing.
Warning, we are tilting dangerously upwards. Warning, we are tilting dangerously upwards.
Just land anywhere, really, I guess.
Warning, we are tilting dangerously upwards.
Okay, I'm going to release the hydrogen now.
Warning, we are tilting dangerously upwards.
And if this annoys you, just ignore it, whatever you guys do.
Warning, we are tilting dangerously upwards.
Hold on. Watch out, cars. Hold on tight. This is going to be the hardest landing I've ever faced. Crash settings off. We're here. Keeps disconnecting. Who gave you the okay? I don't think anybody here gave you the okay to disconnect. Oh gosh, we're in power lines. But we should be alright. It's a simulator. Alright, one more thing. I'm still starting out with the airship, I'll say. Hardest part about this mission was landing. So now, let's do this.
Haul up the moorings.
Roger. Roger.
Roger.
Hardest part of this mission was the landing. And of course, I still need to work on it, just like anyone else. Today was rough too, because hence the mission, it's a ghost patrol. We're all shaken up. And not to mention that, wow, simulator is horrible. Real thing's better. Reassuringly now, nothing exploded. We're okay. I don't call the gas hydrogen. I call it Vyond Logic. Everyone get out now. Alright, otherwise that is our show. If you like, please like and subscribe. And if there's anything you want me to say or do better, let me know in the comments, and I'll make that happen. Colorado crew,